It's People Station V103, the ATL's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and the Snowman. It is your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Big Snow.
What up, Joe? What's happening, man? 2 hours later.
Yeah,
I just seen you.
Yeah, I just seen you with an ENT. Listen, man, I want to start off by saying, man, you know, what you did last night at the Versus was genius and necessary. Your calm and your selflessness in that moment, Snow, will save lives, dog. You're taking the time to boss up and making it truly about the culture. I mean, you diffused a bomb that has been ticking for almost 20 years.
Yes.
Why was it so important to do that in that moment, Snow?
Well, it wasn't just even the moment. It was the lead up. It was the the Breakfast Club interview why I said I wanted to do it with him, but at the time he didn't want to do it, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? But then when they came back and was like, yo, he want to do it, I'm like, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But let's do it in Magic City. I wanted to bring it there because I felt like that was neutral. And I just felt like it was a representation of the city. That's when my career started, by the way, Kenny. So, in RIP to Nando, and DJ Nando broke my records in there from the ground up. Like from when nobody was in the club to all the strippers knowing it all of a sudden, then everybody and if you know Atlanta, you know that's like a cesspool of people from out of town that come and take the music back. So he single-handedly, spearheaded my career. And I just felt like being in that building was like my home. And I felt the spirit. I just felt, Magic was there, OG Magic. I just felt the vibe. It felt like Magic was there. That's the big uncle. He ain't gonna let nothing go crazy because he can't, because he Magic. And by the way, I've been in some squalls in there where Magic had to tell me, now, Jeezy, now you know you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
You know you.
Right. He called me the next morning, like, how you fighting in my club, man? You know what I mean? So shout out to Magic for letting us hold that down. Even when I called him, I called him myself. I was like, Magic, I want to do this event, but I want to do it in Magic City because it's special to me. He was like, you got it. Just tell me the date. And even for me to be able to bring Apple back there and Versus and and get things flowing and put another light on the city was big. But for me, when I walked in the building, I always go by how I feel and in the aura and the energy in the room.
Absolutely.
And it did feel a little, it felt a little foreign. But when I walked in there and I looked at that DJ booth and I just kind of like, just had that reminiscent of like Nando and what it was to grind. And I just kind of felt a calm, man. And I was just like, you know what? However it go, I just got to be who I am right now today because I ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't come there for that. And, I get it, and I respect home. Like, he going to do what he got to do. But and my uncle used to tell me, like, you can't, it ain't about what happened to you, it's how you react to it.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know me, Kenny, we used to have talks outside clubs and establishments, and I was trying to get to a point in my life where I'm at now to even continue to go further. So I had to do a lot of self-work, like a lot, like just a lot of just, working on me and getting to the point where I'm totally like in my own space and I embody who I am and I'm confident with the man I am. Like I'm not like, I don't feel like I have to sell myself to anybody or prove anything. So when he played the record, it's a battle, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't be like, yo, but I was just like, when it kind of got, I was just like, bro, like, hold up, man, the whole world here, like, we here for this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got to walk out of here and be kumbaya, but like, that's why we here. Everybody else that done this has done this the right way. So like, I can't let you or this energy take us back 20 years.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that defeats the purpose. We could have done that on the streets. So for me, I felt in my heart the minute it happened, and before I started leading with my ego, I just took with how I felt because it does pain me to see Lil Von killed in the streets. It does pain me to see Bankroll Fresh not here anymore. It does pain me to go to Nipsey's Hussle's funeral. It does pain me to know Pop Smoke was standing right here where I'm standing, when I'm sitting in this room right now. He was standing right here, Super Bowl weekend, right 2 seconds right here, while Meek Mill was standing right here giving his speech about success. Super Bowl weekend while Puff was sitting back there in my
I
studio,
saw it. I
right?
saw it.
And that pains me, bro, because the name of the game is to get the bag, put your people on, and get out of poverty and out of it. And we got caught up in a place where we didn't have no big homies and nobody around to help us facilitate it. And money and fame came fast. So, when we, separated, it wasn't no meeting of the minds. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So now I have an opportunity to say, bro, like, I feel you, but it's been 20 years.
Yes.
Either we gonna be 50 years old talking about this shit and watching these kids do this to each other, or we gonna show them right now that we both successful, we both came from the trenches, and this where we at now. We whatever little bullshit we had going on has brought us all the way
Here.
back to Magic City with
Right.
Apple involved and the world watching.
Yo, and
That's
not,
all. And by the way, me knowing him, I know, bro. Like he love attention now. So that was
no
to him.
question.
The whole world here. Oh, yo,
No,
you know what
listen,
I'm saying? So,
hey, no, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. It was first of all, without tests, we don't
right,
have testimony.
right,
You
you're
hear
right,
me? And that journey to see you both, we
right,
knew Gucci was going to be Gucci. You know what I
right,
mean? But
right. And you
you,
should.
but you taking that moment though, Snow, and you took that moment, and because all this history y'all had, and all the street things that went on, and all the lives and all that, like that moment, you made it about the culture, and that's
Absolutely.
what, I want to give you flowers for, because in that moment where you had all types of angst, and I know you,
Right,
Negro,
right,
you know
right,
what I'm
right.
talking about, and I know how
Mhm.
your thing, yeah, like you was
right,
turning, but for
right,
you to make that about the culture and to make that a selfless and teachable moment. And then, because when you started, he was ready to come back in when I fucked that pay. But you said, no, it's Vaughn, it's Nipsey.
right,
It, you know what I'm saying? So I think for me, man, and the reason why, I respect you so much, because we've always had these growth conversations. You and
right,
I,
right.
we be in the middle of
Club.
30,000,
right. Talking.
and we talking like how we go, how where we were, where
Mhm.
we are, and where we going. I want you to tell these youngins, man, because I truly believe when I said you saved lives last night, I truly believe that. But for these youngins listening that are
Right,
inspired by last night and your offering over the last 2 decades,
right.
how important is it to see yourself past your current situation, your current condition?
Where you at right now is just where you at right now. It's simple as that. Like like you there.
Yeah,
If you want to grow and evolve, you got to make certain sacrifices that people might not understand.
come on,
Last night to me, I might have had some people be like, "Oh, you ain't real," but my daughter at home, bro. I ain't
come
got time.
on.
I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
She know her daddy left to go to work. I'm coming back. That's my job. My
amen.
job is not to make you appreciate me more. If you ain't appreciate my contribution thus far, that's on you. And then the first thing they love to hate, you ain't had a hit in a while. You ain't high. Okay, cool, but I'm doing other things. So that means that you know even further. I'm not concerned with this. I'm not. I'm just doing it because this is somebody I know personally, and none
Yes,
of y'all know what happened. So it's on me and him how we want to move. But I'll just say to any youngster, anybody coming up, man, if you lead with your ego, you already lost.
come
If
on,
you get caught up in your pride, you ain't gonna move no farther, man.
come
You know what
on,
I'm saying? And that's just being honest. And
come
every
on.
time I thought with my ego, it put me 100 steps back. And last night, it was between the generation behind us or my ego.
Yes,
So even if I put our generation behind us in the light of maybe this could be us or me accepting what he said and getting to
right.
me and taking us back 20 years, I say now. But I tell you one thing though, in Atlanta, we did what Big and Pac didn't have a chance to do. We
Come
did
on,
front
Snow,
of the
say
world.
that.
We did that.
Say
We did,
that.
we did that. And by the way, imagine how life would have been if it weren't for what happened with them. And that's the only time we can relate something that close.
Oh,
You feel what I'm saying?
I do.
And that happened on the Magic City stage. You know how many times I've been on that stage on Mischief?
We, we,
we
we.
you
No,
feel
hey,
me?
hey, Snow, I want to tell you, man, and it gets better for you. We
Yeah.
have these conversations, man, and just when you talk about your music and what people might be saying about where you're, I listen to the recession too. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And to be honest, I was very inspired to see you even start to grow musically. You and I always have the
Right.
conversation about how you've been able to
Right.
last with a certain style of music and still
Right.
grow in the entrepreneurial world.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's hard to have, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, an extension from the street to the boardroom. You've
Right. Right.
successfully done that.
Right.
Who else? Hove?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real street dudes. I'm not
Right.
talking about
Right.
people that know street
Right.
guys.
Yeah, credible.
You feel me? So
Right.
I want to give you those props because at the end of the day, right now, you're in the fortifying the next generation. You just said it. You last night, bro, like I don't think you even realize you're gonna sit back Monday, Tuesday, you're gonna be like,
Yeah,
dog,
I ain't going front though, Kenny. I gotta reflect because last night
yeah,
so fast. And when I got up this morning, it was interviewed, and I didn't want to really even speak on it too soon because I'm just like, I haven't felt no outside energy, but I'm like, I know how I feel as a man. When I woke up, I looked myself in the mirror, the integrity was there. You know
dog.
what I'm saying? It was
So
there.
hold on, but that's what I always told you.
Right.
I
Right.
always told you, your first mind be right.
Right.
It be the other things around you back in the day.
Absolutely.
And we used to have
Absolutely.
these talks. And like
Right.
that's why for me, it's such a pleasure. You know, you saying, I'm going home to my daughter. Like, but
Absolutely.
people gonna think like that. And I guarantee if Vaughn got arrested, they could have hear and saw that.
Right. Right. And at the end of the day, you got to really think like, you know, Atlanta, we just changed, Georgia blue. Um, we run the music culture. You know what I'm saying? We doing movies here now. We doing everything, Super Bowls, everything. But last night was street history.
Oh,
Last night was trappers. It's people in penitentiaries going, God damn, bro, I
oh,
ain't even really mean it like that.
oh,
There's people in neighborhoods like, maybe y'all can walk through here now. You know what I'm saying? It's people calling people like, bro, like, listen, pull up. Let's figure it
yeah.
out. Because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to be Martin Luther. I'm just saying, like, if you can figure it out, it's best to figure it out. And by the way, I don't even front. Like when I heard So Ice in the club last night, I was like, hey, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Your hand was on my shoulder. It's like KB. What's that? And they think about how long ago that was and what it still
No,
means in the
right now. Right now. And but by the way, that was why I extended the olive branch, what he said last night, because I was like, bro, however this play out, that's how it's gonna play out.
Yep.
But I want you to see how big this is to the world, not just to me and you,
Yes.
not to your fans, to the world.
Yes.
And however we conduct ourselves on this is gonna be the example set.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I, for one, am a big about my business, and I felt weird walking into a situation where Apple was tense because I do business with Apple all the time. They know I'm about my
Absolutely.
issue, so now they tense. I'm like, I know I ain't bringing no tension. So is it the situation that make them feel like, okay, I hope this goes great? And in my mind, I'm like, it has to go great because if it doesn't, we're gonna be set back 20 years. So for us, it means more than the platform.
No
You know what I'm
question.
saying? But in my mind, I'm like, yo, like if God's willing, and I say that, like, he brought it back full circle for us in the city, in the place where we started, and that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, I don't want to speak
Yeah.
on feel fresh, but I'm just like I told you that, like, and I'm like, wow. And waking up this morning, like I said, when I looked in the mirror, the integrity was there. You know what I'm saying? I got up, the new album is out, the Recession 2.
Yes.
That felt good. The
Yes.
video of Big Rick Ross just dropped. Um, Almighty Black Dollar. And even Ross was at the versus thing, and it was just crazy. It was just like, wow, like this shit is like
Yeah.
really, you know what I'm saying? It's like
So really full circle.
right. It
Yo,
was
but
real.
so I want to get into the recession too, but before I do that, I want to congratulate you on your new deal and consultancy role with Def
Yes,
Jam. You're talking about
yes,
full circle.
yes.
You got your executive hat on. What a lot of people don't know is that you really hands on in all your business dealings, from the real estate
To
to the
everything.
music to everything.
To
And you
creative, to creative, to
yeah,
marketing,
and
to
you do the studying, you do the
yeah,
work. And I
yeah.
salute you on that. Congrats on your new deal with Def Jam, my brother.
For sure, appreciate that. And for me, it's like that's what I love. I love, like, even from YG, and that's kind of really hurt me with Dirk so bad because I just knew how hard Dirk been working. And when he found Vaughn, like, it was just a different light in him. He was on the road, and he
Right.
loved that kid. You know what I'm saying? And Chicago loved him, and I get it, but it's just like, damn. But I want to be able to be there to talk to them cats like that. Like, I ain't the savior, but I mean, at least if he called me, I want to be like, yo, man, I
Right.
really been through something like that before, and I feel like if you can you know, this, it might be better for you. And it comes from a respectful place. And sort of like the conversation me and you and Shake used to have, God bless his soul. And like Shake saved me out of a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, and that, you know, even I spoke on that on the album, it's just like, you know, like it's a lot of things that he done for me because I respected him and I listened to what he said and didn't look at it like he was being biased. That changed my career. So I want to be able to do that for the next generation and be like, no, I've been through that before. Maybe it's how you negotiate your deal. Maybe it's the kind of records you go with. Maybe it's who you need to stand next to. It's how you need to move. I just want to be able to do that. So shout out for Def Jam for facilitating that. Then I have the talk show on Fox Soul, Worth the Conversation.
Jay Jenkins.
Yeah, with Jeezy Jenkins,
Come
the other guy.
on.
You know what I'm saying? The other guy. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want to do now. I'm gonna push the envelope. And that's been well because anybody knows me, like knows that I'm one of those type of people, like it's all in the mental for me. Like I just like to conversate with people who understand, you know what I'm saying, who they are and what they went through and what they must do to maintain. So I had guests like Steve Harvey, Deion Sanders, John C. Maxwell. I just had Tamika Mallory on last week's episode. She was dropping.
Lord, the intro with Oh Lord, dog.
Right.
Hey, you know, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. You know, to see you consciously moving, like you are in a state of awareness, my brother. When I listen to Oh Lord, and then the pieces and excerpts you know used of her preaching, I say she's the preacher. She don't want to hear.
Oh no, she for real. She the real deal. She the real deal. She's special.
Yeah,
and that's the whole thing. Because to me, Kenny, like social media is so fast that we forget things fast, and people don't realize 3 months ago we was fighting and marching and rioting for our freedom, for our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was out here really having the fight for it, and people were getting, you know, tear gas in the street, and it was chaos. And then we go through this election, and we have to fight for that too. And we finally get some turmoil, but then we still going through this pandemic and all the stuff we got going on in politics. But then, you know, once things start to look back to normal, people forget that.
Right.
And the album was to kick that time capsule and say, nah, this is what happened. If I went and had a camera and just rolled by and took snapshots, I want you guys to see this, because we started with Oh Lord, with Tamika saying what she's saying, and when you ride all the way through the album, you get into the kingdom is where we're trying to go. And the best part about that, they ain't killing no niggas. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so that's where we at. And that, with that being said, last night, if I would have let it go any other way, I'd have been a hypocrite, and I can't do that.
No question. But I'm gonna tell you, this has truly been therapy for my soul, dog. And that record, by the way, is one of my favorites on the project. But you know, it really has been therapy for my soul, man, because people don't understand the lack of education we were given. Not just, you know, our entire lives was trial and error. Our entire lives was out here figuring it out along the way. And everybody don't make it to the other side whole.
Right.
To see you, you know, to see your cup full, man, to see, you know, you in love and living your life, man, and making other people better around you.
Right.
You know, you growing your team, everybody making money. And then obviously the caveat last night, you know, ending something here in Atlanta that has been, you know, anxiety for a lot of people for many years.
Right,
you know, I want to salute you. I want to thank you. I want to say that Atlanta is the capital city of the world. I think last night's numbers with 1.8 million people watching at one time not only set records, but it set a precedence on how street culture matters, and how we can get to the street and teach these young hustlers how to really get it in a respectful and honorable way. It'll be a different world. And when you talk about the kingdom on your album and who we are in that world, it speaks volumes, man. So I just want to one time double salute you,
Chad. My God, man. You know, it's always love, baby. Always, anytime, man. And you know, like I said, let's just keep building, my brother. We getting close. I can feel it.
Close, yeah.
I can feel it.
Boy, keep going. The Recession 2 is out
right now. Go get that.
Get that.
Check out that Black Dollar. Check out that Black Dollar video featuring my brother Rose.
Yeah, I love that marquee at the Fox Theater too.
Yeah, right. Like, I dreamed about that. Think about that. I would tell my mama, we made it.
Yes, sir. I love you.
I love, bro.
All
right.
All right. Peace.